It was a quiet Thursday afternoon in Barcelona. The streets buzzed with the usual chatter, the hum of passing cars, and the gentle sway of palm trees in the soft breeze. However, at a small cafe tucked away in the heart of the city, something truly extraordinary was about to unfold. Lionel Messi, widely regarded as one of the greatest football players of all time, was sitting at a corner table, sipping a coffee. The cafe was one of his favorite spots when he wanted a break from the chaos that accompanied his fame. His days had been hectic recently, filled with interviews, photoshoots, and endless demands for his time. He relished these moments of anonymity, where he could enjoy the simplicity of life away from the prying eyes of the public. Today, however, he wasn't alone. Messi had agreed to meet an old friend, Javier, who had recently started a career as a popular online content creator. Javier had convinced Messi to join him for a live broadcast on his channel. Messi, always supportive of his friends, agreed to participate for a brief cameo. But there was one problem: Messi wasn't a fan of online streaming. He had never understood the appeal of sitting in front of a camera, talking to an invisible audience. Javier had assured him it would be light-hearted, just a fun chat with fans. Messi, curious but skeptical, had agreed, though he hadn't expected the events that would follow. As they set up the broadcast in the cafe, Javier explained the plan. "It's simple," he said. "We'll just talk a bit about football, some random topics, and maybe play a few challenges. Nothing too complicated." Messi nodded, still unsure of what was to come. He didn't think much of it. After all, how much could go wrong in a simple conversation? Javier hit the Go Live button on his phone. The familiar notification flashed across the screen, live. Almost immediately, Messi could hear the distant hum of excitement as viewers tuned in. Javier greeted them enthusiastically. "Hey, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we have a very special guest. You all know him, the living legend of football, the one and only, Lionel Messi." The camera panned to Messi, who awkwardly waved at the screen, unsure of how to react to the sudden burst of attention. His image was now being broadcast to thousands of people from all around the world. He could already see comments flying by at an insane speed: "Is that Messi? No way, he's here, I love you, Leo," and so on. The first few minutes were uneventful. Messi and Javier casually chatted about the football season, Messi's experiences, and a few personal stories that brought smiles to the viewers. Messi's natural charm began to shine through as he spoke, and the more relaxed he became, the more the audience engaged. But then, the unexpected happened. Javier, who had been planning to ease into the next segment of the show, suddenly had an idea. "All right, Messi," he said with a mischievous grin. "Let's spice things up. How about we take on a challenge? Something fun to get the fans involved?" Messi raised an eyebrow, unsure of what kind of challenge Javier was talking about. "What kind of challenge?" he asked. "You'll see," Javier replied. "I've got a list of questions and challenges that the viewers have been sending in. They want to see you try something new, a little break from football, you know? Something completely out of your comfort zone." Messi sighed, but his curiosity got the better of him. "All right, hit me with it." Javier turned the camera towards the screen and read the first challenge aloud. "Okay, first challenge: can Messi do a dance challenge? We've all seen him on the pitch, but can he bust a move?" There was a pause. Messi blinked, then laughed. "You're joking, right?" But the comments in the live feed were overwhelming. "Yes, Messi. Dance. We want to see Messi dance." The requests kept pouring in. Messi felt the pressure mounting. He wasn't a dancer, he was a footballer. But he didn't want to disappoint the fans either. He stood up hesitantly, looking around for something to save him. He tried a few awkward steps, not sure what to do. Javier, not one to let him off the hook, encouraged him. "Come on, Messi. You're the GOAT, you can do this." Reluctantly, Messi gave in, and as the crowd cheered online, he started moving his feet. It was clumsy at first, but the viewers seemed to enjoy it anyway. He shuffled back and forth, smiling sheepishly as he made a half-hearted attempt at a moonwalk, which, to his surprise, drew an even bigger response. The comments flooded the screen again. Messi is dancing. Messi, you're hilarious. Best moment of my life. By now, Messi had completely given in to the fun of it. He laughed at himself, realizing that he was enjoying it despite the awkwardness. The viewers continued to cheer him on, and a small part of him felt like he was beginning to understand the appeal of live broadcasts. But then, just as he thought he was done with the dancing segment, another challenge appeared on the screen. This one was even more unexpected. "Alright, Messi," Javier said, trying to stifle his laughter, "the next challenge is for you to try your hand at, guess what? A cooking challenge." Messi's jaw dropped. "Cooking?" he asked, incredulously. "What do you want me to cook? I can barely make a sandwich." The viewers, of course, went wild. The comments were non-stop. Messi in the kitchen. Yes. Can Messi cook a paella? We need a Messi cooking show. Javier, still grinning like a Cheshire cat, handed Messi an apron that had been hanging by the side. "You're going to have to do it, Messi. The fans want it." Messi reluctantly put the apron on and shuffled into the cafe kitchen, which wasn't much more than a small corner with a stove, counter, and a few cooking tools. Javier handed him a couple of ingredients, eggs, flour, and some vegetables. "Alright, let's see if Messi can cook up a storm." Messi stared at the ingredients, unsure where to begin. But something clicked in his mind. He wasn't just going to cook, he was going to give it his all, just like he did with football. "Okay, here we go," Messi muttered to himself. As he began chopping vegetables and mixing ingredients, his movements were surprisingly deft. The audience watched in awe as Messi transformed into a chef, his concentration intense. He cracked eggs with precision, stirred the batter, and even added a pinch of salt, all while keeping the camera focused on his every move. It wasn't Michelin-level cuisine, but it wasn't bad either. As the dish started taking shape, Messi couldn't help but feel a sense of accomplishment. He was doing something entirely new, and the viewers seemed to love it. The comments kept pouring in. "I can't believe this is happening. Messi is the GOAT in the kitchen too. He's cooking like he's dribbling on the pitch." By the time the dish was ready, Messi had somehow managed to prepare a decent vegetable omelette, and though it wasn't a masterpiece, it was something he could be proud of. He plated the dish, showing it to the camera. "I think I'm done," Messi said with a proud grin. Not bad for a first try. The screen was filled with applauding emojis, comments like "Well done, Messi," and "This is better than I expected." The broadcast continued, and as Messi wiped his hands on his apron, he couldn't help but reflect on how something so simple, something he never would have considered doing, had turned into a massive hit with fans. Little did he know that this would be the start of a series of challenges, each more bizarre and fun than the last. The live broadcast continued to unfold, with each new challenge outdoing the last. Lionel Messi, still in his apron and with an unexpected sense of confidence, was now fully immersed in the bizarre, entertaining world of live streaming. The more challenges he took on, the more the viewers' excitement grew. He had started as a reluctant participant, unsure of what to expect, but now he was a full-fledged star of the show. After the cooking challenge, Javier moved on to the next one. The crowd was already anticipating what would come next. Messi had already proved he could dance and cook, so Javier needed something even more unique. "Alright, Messi," Javier said, trying to suppress his excitement. "The next challenge is a quiz. But not just any quiz. It's a fan trivia quiz. Our viewers will be asking you questions, and you'll have to answer them correctly." Messi raised an eyebrow, wondering what kind of questions the viewers could possibly have for him. "I hope this one's easier than the dancing," he joked. Javier laughed and tapped a few buttons on his phone. "Alright, let's go." First question from the fans. The first question appeared on the screen. It was a football-related question. Messi's face lit up. "Who did Barcelona play in your first professional match?" Without hesitation, Messi grinned. "It was Espanyol. 2004, my debut," he answered confidently. The screen erupted with applause emojis. "Correct," the host exclaimed. "Okay, Messi, you're on fire. Let's keep it going." The questions continued, each one more tailored to Messi's life. The viewers were clearly enjoying the chance to ask their idol about his career, his memories, and his favorite moments. Messi, initially nervous, was now at ease. He answered questions about his best goals, his relationship with his teammates, and his favorite memories from his time at Barcelona. It was clear that Messi's heart was in football, but he was also enjoying these moments of connection with the fans. Then came a particularly interesting question. Messi, what's your favorite food? He chuckled, thinking for a moment. You know, after that cooking challenge earlier, I've got to say, pizza. Simple, but it's the best. The comments flooded the screen. Messi loves pizza. You can't go wrong with pizza. Who knew? Javier, still riding the high of the trivia quiz, leaned in with a mischievous glint in his eyes. Alright, Messi, we've got one more challenge. This one's a bit different. Are you ready for a virtual football challenge? Messi's heart skipped a beat. A virtual football challenge? This he was ready for. He was a footballer, after all. Javier handed Messi a small console controller, and a football video game flashed onto the screen. It's time to play FIFA, Javier announced. But there's a twist. You have to play against yourself. Messi let out a short laugh. You're serious, right? Of course, Javier said. It's you versus Messi. The ultimate battle. The live feed went wild with anticipation. Messi versus Messi. This is going to be epic. Who's going to win? Messi sat back, eyeing the screen and the controller. He had played FIFA before, of course, but playing as himself? This was a new level of weird, even for him. He selected his virtual self, and the match began. The game started, and Messi's virtual counterpart ran across the pitch, controlling the ball with perfect precision, just like the real Messi. But it wasn't long before Messi realized something. His in-game self wasn't as quick as he remembered. He chuckled as he scored an easy goal with a slick dribble. I'm too good for myself, he joked. But then, his virtual self got a little too good. The in-game Messi scored an incredible long-range goal, leaving the real Messi stunned. Okay, I see what you're doing, Messi said, now in full competitive mode. The live chat was buzzing, fans cheering for both sides. Messi, don't let yourself win. Messi, come on, show yourself who's boss. This is the match of the century. Javier, sensing Messi's growing intensity, added a layer of humor to the situation. Messi, are you losing to yourself? This is the GOAT we're talking about. Messi laughed, fully immersed in the playful competition. He stepped up his game, countering his own moves with slick passes and skillful dribbles. But as the match went on, it became clear that the two Messis were more evenly matched than anyone had expected. The match was neck and neck, with each side scoring incredible goals and making audacious moves that had the viewers on the edge of their seats. With just minutes left in the game, the tension was palpable. Messi's virtual self made a bold attempt at a bicycle kick, sending the ball soaring towards the goal. The real Messi, fully committed to winning, slid into position and executed a perfect save. The crowd went wild. Messi saves himself. Javier shouted into the mic, "This is incredible." The game ended with a 3-3 draw. Messi, though competitive, stood up, laughing with relief. I think I've earned a break after that one, he said, holding up the controller like a trophy. That was tougher than I expected. The fans, of course, were absolutely thrilled. The best live stream ever. Messi versus Messi. What a legend. This was a dream come true. But just when Messi thought he could finally relax, Javier had one more surprise. Messi, we've reached the final challenge. This one's a bit of a wild card. Ready? Messi, now exhausted but still entertained, nodded. What do you have for me now? Javier grinned. We've got a fan challenge. Fans have sent in crazy dares for you to do. And you have to pick one. Messi blinked. Dares? What kind of dares? Javier pulled out a bowl filled with small slips of paper. Each one has a dare from a fan. Pick one. Messi hesitated but reached in, pulling out a slip of paper. He read it aloud. All right, the dare is to eat a whole lemon, peel and all. The viewers went wild. Messi, no. Do it, Messi, do it. You can't back out now. Messi groaned. He wasn't sure whether he was more afraid of the sourness of the lemon or the embarrassment of failing. But he was committed now. With one deep breath, he bit into the lemon, peeling and all. The moment the sourness hit his mouth, Messi's face contorted in a mixture of surprise and disgust. His eyes watered, and his cheeks puffed out in shock. He held his hand to his mouth, trying not to gag. The viewers erupted with laughter. Messi, you're a trooper. Javier laughed. That's commitment. Though it was a painful moment for Messi, the fans went wild, their comments filling the screen with praise and laughter. Messi did it. True champion. He's not afraid of anything. As the live broadcast wrapped up, Javier thanked Messi profusely for joining in and taking on every challenge with such good humor. Messi, wiping his face with a napkin and laughing at the absurdity of it all, said, I never expected this. It was a lot of fun. But I think I'll stick to football for now. The live feed came to an end, but the effects of the broadcast lingered. Messi had not only completed every challenge with grace and humor, but he had also shown the world a new side of himself. The viewers had fallen in love with him all over again, not just for his football skills, but for his willingness to embrace the unknown, to have fun, and to connect with them in such an unexpected way. In the end, Messi had become the star of his own live broadcast, not because he was the greatest footballer on the planet, but because he was just like everyone else, willing to have a little fun, take on a few challenges, and laugh along the way. And that, it seemed, was exactly what the fans needed to see. Thank you very much, see you in the next video.